The next step is a great step, and every single person watching this needs to take from this, because you are who you surround yourself with. Like I have said in my part 2 of the law of attraction video, that the people around you are all giving off vibes as well as you are too. So you want to fully surround yourself with people who are vibing off the same energies as you. You know, good vibes, happy vibes, positive vibes, want a great life vibes, you know. Not the kind of people that are bitchy, that are judgmental, that complain a lot, that hate their days, that hate what they do, hate their job, hate uni, you know, problem after problem. What a drag. By hanging out with people that are constantly like that, you're letting yourself get to an energy that is no longer on a really great and positive level, because you're so surrounded by negativity. And I'm not saying don't be friends with those people. Definitely you can be friends with those people. Maybe if you can't improve that situation, then you need to let it just be. On the odd occasion, you know, once every month, or you know, every few months. I don't know how people hang out, but don't fully surround yourself in that environment at all times, because the more that you do that, you're fully going to let it affect you, whether you like it or not. Because I don't know anyone that is that mentally strong that can just hang around people that are constantly complaining and then they're the happiest person in the world. Like, I don't see that. Find friends that want to create an amazing life for themselves. Find friends that just want to wake up in the morning and make the best out of every single day. Find friends that are focused on staying happy and staying positive, and just that want to smile and want to laugh and want to tell jokes and just want to do things, and not someone that just doesn't want to do any of that. Be friends with someone that cares about you, like people that actually care about you. Are you hanging out with someone that's selfish? It's people that care about themselves more, that like to complain about themselves more and then forget about you in the meantime. So you're pretty much just someone that's there to listen to their problems. Do you really want that? No. Find someone that you can bounce off each other, people that want to help you, but then return that too, and that you know that you can go to them for anything and they can come to you for anything. I'm sure we all have those friends, but like I said, make sure it's more positive than it is negative, because you are who you hang out with. I've had friends before that are so clingy and that need my attention at all times that it stressed me out, because I don't like to be that person. I'm very much an introvert. I like my own space and I like to do my own thing. And the people that constantly needed me, and at any second that I didn't reply to a text or didn't see them, was like the end of the world for them. So I already knew from that point that that was not a person that I wanted to be spending my time with, because if they can't understand that I need my time, then they aren't going to be understanding enough to really get a grip on everything my life is either. But like I said, the most important thing is do not cut them out completely. If you don't have to, you don't have to. Let them be there, chat with them when you need to, but just don't suffocate yourself around people like that. The next step is a super easy step, and literally all it is drink more water. Like, get on top of it, sort it out, drink more water. I have this really cool bottle that I take with me everywhere. This is a juice that I absolutely love, but I like the bottle too because it's clean and it looks fun, and it's 1 litre exactly. Find yourself a fun water bottle that actually motivates you to want to use it, and use it. Drink as much water as you can. At any point that you feel hungry, drink water. It'll definitely make you feel better. At any point that you want a coffee, drink water. It'll actually make you feel better, and then have a coffee. Just take this with you like your phone, and you will not forget about it. You'll realize that it's there and you'll actually put it to use, believe me. Ooh, I really like this next bit, because this next point, oh my god, it's like it's gonna storm outside. This next point is make radical changes often and stop feeling safe. Start doing things that push your limits and make you leave your comfort zone. The reason that I say this is because every single day, if you're working a 9 to 5 and your routine in the morning is wake up, check your phone, feel depressed about how you don't want to go to work today, have a coffee, hope that that's enough energy to bring you back up and make you really motivated for the day, drive to work, be all sad, get to work, don't really want to be there, but I'm here, whatever, it's making me money, so that's gonna be a good step, right? And then come home, eat, sleep, repeat. Boring. You will never remember what your day was about. Like, if you think about in your last year, so 2016, how many of those days in 2016 There's 365 days in a year. How many of those days do you remember? And I can guarantee you that there will only be a handful of times that you remember. And the reason that you are like that is because you're doing things day to day that are every single day the same. Like, you have a routine that you're so stuck in that you're not actually doing anything that's benefiting you or your life. Like, you're not making any memories. You're not doing anything that's saying like, yeah, I remember on this day that I did this. No. All you're remembering is that you had a shit day because you had to go to a shit job that you didn't want. If you loved your job, then that's sick. But make sure that you're doing something within your job that you know that you can remember as well. Because, yeah, it's good if you love your job. That's fucking amazing. But you're still going to be working in a routine and not making memories. So my challenge to everyone is to try at least once a week, do something that takes you out of your comfort zone, that makes you think, that makes you do something that you can tell a story from, because that story is going to go down in, you know, one of your weeks from 2017. And let's try and remember more days in our lives this year than we did last year and probably the year before, because really the only days that I remember from my past are my birthdays or Christmas. This is another really good one. These are all really good. See? The next thing is, do not let these 3 things define your life: success, wealth, and happiness. People think that being successful means that they're going to be wealthy, which then brings them happiness. So people believe that being wealthy will then make you happy, because people say that money makes you happy or money brings you happiness, right? But I'm pretty sure at the back of everyone's mind that we know that at the end of the day that this is actually not the case. Yes, money provides us with things that can create a happiness for a period of time, but you're going to get over that for a second. You're going to want new things, and you're constantly always just going to want anyway. So having the money there is great, because if you have enough of it, you have provided yourself with financial freedom, so you no longer have to worry and stress about that. So that's a really good thing to have, yes. Taking stress and depression and anxiety about worrying about having money off of your shoulders is a great thing. But at the end of the day, money's not what creates happiness. Money provides us with things that we can do to make us happy. Obviously, we don't always need money, right? But if you want to be money focused, then understand that just because you think by being a millionaire does not mean you're going to be happy. Internally, if your brain and your mind and your body and your soul is not happy, then you are not going to be happy, regardless of how much stuff you have and how much money you have. Drop the working for my entire life story, because it's not going to get you anywhere. You're just going to be repeating everything day after day. Like, I don't understand people's mentality when it comes to this. And I also want to point out something, that people honestly think that they've got this big, like, amazing life in their mind, that that's what they want to get to when they can stop working, which is rad. But for the people that think that by the time that I get there, that's it, I'm going to be happy from that point on, life's going to be rad. It's not going to be rad, because your life still goes on, and you're constantly going to have wants and needs, and you're constantly going to have problems that are going to come your way, and you're constantly going to be, you know, changing, or you've got shit that's going to happen. So you will not ever be able to just reach a place and think, yo, I'm happy and I'm going to be forever happy from this point on, because it doesn't happen. So stop focusing on spending all of your life working something that you're not happy at just to get money, because it's not going to be your eternal happiness. I'm sorry, mic drop, I just said it. So the next step is maintaining happiness with your old habits. So the way that we can do this, and a really fun way of doing it, which I will get to, but we all have habits, right? So people sometimes think, I want to go on a diet because I hate my body, I hate what I'm eating, it's not making me happy, it's affecting my skin, or, you know, etc, etc. For the first day or two, we're like, okay, let's smash this out, let's eat healthy, let's go to the shops and we're going to buy lots of stuff. And I can guarantee you by the end of that week, most of that food in your fridge is probably off by now, because that's what happens to me. You've probably resorted to just stuffing your face with lollies and chocolate anyway, because you thought, oh, fuck it, why not? I ate good for 2 days and I can't be bothered doing this anymore, I'm just going to go back to being depressed and eat a lot of shit food. Been there, done that. It's raining! Hey. I cannot tell you how serene this is. I'm shooting a video in my room full of healthy, happy plants, and it's now raining. I'm so zen right now. So a way of tracking what you're doing is taking photos of it. Now, This is solely for food, obviously, but you can take this with anything. How often do you look at old photos of yourself and you're like, oh my god, look how much I've changed, or like, oh my god, puberty treated me nicely, or whatever the fuck people say. When you take that year to like separate yourself from what you were a year ago, you then realize how much you actually changed. But we do change a lot more quicker than that, but we just don't realize it because it's our day-to-day life, so we don't notice that change. Instead of waiting a whole year to see a change in something, why not fast track that and just get on top of that now and smash it out? A way of doing this is, if you are on a diet or you want to be on a diet, then you can blog your photos, because we all take photos. It's all fun to do, and food photos are really popular. Create a blog on Instagram. If you don't want to share it with anyone, then don't. Make it private. Don't even put your name on it. Put a false name on it. Make an alter ego. I don't know. Make it as fun as you need to. But take a photo of everything that you're eating, of a meal that you've prepared or a snack that you've prepared throughout every single day. Post it. And then by the end of the week, revise that, look at it and be like, okay, so this is everything that I ate in this week. This is good, this is bad, this can be improved. You know, I'm on the right track with this. Visualize it. See what is in front of you and what you've been doing for the entire week, and see what you need to change or what's been really good. Reward yourself for all the good things too, because you're allowed to reward yourself. It's not all about just the bad things. But by actually seeing it for what it is, and in such a short amount of time, you're really going to get a grasp on what you are doing or what you are putting in your body, or what you know, what's happening on a weekly basis for you. Instead of just waiting a whole year to see that, why not just do that now? That goes with everything. If you want to like maintain your room, then take photos every single time that you add something new to it, because if you're like me, you spend a lot of time decorating your room to make it a place that's happy. Well, you can then take photos of how your room's changing, and then throughout the whole week, I'm sure you will have seen the progress that you've made, and you're going to feel so good about that. It goes with clothes, it goes with cars, like, anything that you want to improve, I'm pretty sure that you can almost take a photo of it and just see the progress for yourself, because if you see it, you will believe it, and the only way that you're going to believe it is by seeing it, so just do it. So the next step or point is, prioritize your day with no more than 3 things in your day. Now, the reason that I say 3 things, or the reason that this blog post said 3 things, is because by overloading yourself and by giving yourself a list of things that you need to do today, you're just going to think, oh my god, there's so much I have to do today. That's just going to be your mentality, like from the get-go. You're going to be like, I'm going to be swamped with stuff, I've got to do this and do that and go here and go there, and oh, what a drain. Most of the things that are in your to-do list aren't even that important, and if they can be done at a later date, then move them to a later date. Prioritize your list into 3 things. What are the 3 most important things that you need to do today that are going to benefit you? Not anything else, because don't do anything that's not going to benefit you or the people around you or anything like that, because it's pointless then. Don't think, oh, I have to go meet fucking Shaz for a coffee because she really wants to see me. I haven't seen her in a long time. Do you want to see Shaz? If you don't feel like seeing Shaz on this day, then say, sorry Shaz, let's go do this another day, because right now I'm not feeling it. I got other things to do. Don't think that you have to do things just because it's there and it's an option and that you've made a commitment to doing that. No, like I said before, you can definitely, is there something on my camera or is that just me? No, it's just me. I'm pretty sure. Don't think that you have to do anything, and don't do anything if it has no beneficial value to you. The more that you think that you've got on your plate, the more you're going to feel less motivated to actually get around to doing any of them, and so much stuff's going to be on your plate that you're probably just going to be like, fuck it, I'm not going to do any of it and I'll just do it tomorrow, there's too much. And that's what happens. It's a cycle of, fuck it, CBF, there's so much to do that I'm going to just put it off, that you end up losing track of the things that you needed to do, and then you're already like 10 steps behind, like you're 10 steps that way when you should be like 20 steps that way. So prioritize your days to do the things that you need to do that are going to benefit you because you want to do them and because they're going to help you be happy. I really like this next step, just like I like every other step. But this step is ask for something once a week that might push your boundaries. Now this is really good because like making memories, like I had mentioned before, this eyelash is so bad. If you're like me, who works for themselves and who wants to create a future for themselves based off the things that I can bring to myself, right? Well, In order for me to get my name out there, or in order to work with other companies or to be recognized by other people, I need to put myself out there in order to be recognized. So that means YouTube videos, yes, because YouTube videos is what I actually enjoy doing. So I make YouTube videos, but putting them out on the internet is already that big enough step that's scaring me at the very beginning to do so, but it's also putting me out there. And look where it's gotten me now, 3 years later, and I'm still doing YouTube, still doing the things that I love, and I'm actually making a difference to some people's lives. And the only reason that I'm in this spot is because I took that chance by doing something so crazy and dramatic that week that it's led me to this. That goes for if you want a pay rise at work. Ask for a pay rise. What's going to happen? The worst that's going to happen is you're going to get an answer of no. Who cares? If you really want to be the model of Zubia's threading, then take that step and go do the model search because you want to. What's the worst that's going to happen? You're just not going to win. Who cares? You still took the chance and you still did that, and who knows what you can get from that. Someone else might see you and be like, she's really model material, we're going to sign her with an agency. Anything can happen, and things that you don't even expect can happen. So just take the chance and just do things that make you feel uncomfortable, because those things are actually what's going to get you further in life. And I obviously mean that in all the right ways and none of the wrong ways. The next point is to be spontaneous at least once a month with a stranger. Now, personally, I think that with a stranger, you can get a lot more different feels out of it. But if you're doing it with someone else that you actually know, then that's totally okay too. Just the fact that you're being spontaneous is enough to make you feel different feels than you normally would. So I think that just doing anything spontaneous is a rad idea. The thing that is the most important is you can't plan spontaneous things. Spontaneous means that you're just doing it there and then, like it's immediate thought, let's go do this right now because I want to. Don't overthink anything that you want to just randomly do either. If you get a really cool idea, then you should definitely just go and do that idea because you want to. That's all about being spontaneous. The longer that you think about it or overthink it is the less amount of spontaneous thought going into that idea, because you're thinking about it, you're not doing anything about it, and you're not doing it. There is a quote that says, paralysis by analysis is dumb. And that makes so much sense. Like, if you analyze something, you're going to paralyze the whole idea of even doing it to begin with. Therefore, you're not even being spontaneous anymore. So just say fuck it and just do something crazy. I feel like you're going to get better feels out of that than thinking about it, overthinking it, and not doing it. And another important thing that I want to mention is if you want to do something spontaneous for someone else, so for a stranger, do something for someone else, which is the coolest idea ever. Try and do something without being thanked for it. Yes, being thanked is a sick thing, but when someone's not aware of you doing something spontaneous for them or doing something for them and they don't actually know about it, such as, being in the drive-thru and paying for the person behind you's order, things like that, or leaving $20 at the supermarket with the cash, with the register lady who can then put that $20 towards the next person's shopping. Things like that, and then walking away and not ever hearing about that again is feel-good stuff for you, because no one knows that you've done, and that person and anyone else that knows after you've gone, they will know about it, but for the meantime, no one else is actually going to know about the nice things that you've done except for yourself. And that's a really powerful feeling, just knowing that you don't actually have to be appreciated at all times and that you can do good without being recognized for it. That's such a strong value, I think. Another thing which is really, really fun is doing spontaneous handwritten notes. I used to do this back in the day, when I had a boyfriend who used to go to work, and I would make his lunch for him and leave him little sticky notes on it that he wouldn't even know was there until he got to work, and it used to make his day. Things like that can make any person's life so much happier in any second, because you don't know what they're going through in a day. So a little note that could just pop up, make a world of difference. Leave a little sticky note near your mailbox, so when your mailman opens up the mailbox, there's a little sign that says something nice on it, and then, woo, you made his day for no reason, and he's going to remember that all day, and he's probably going to go home and tell his family about that. And at the end of the day, you created that little spot of joy for that random person for absolutely no reason. It's happiness. It's bounce back of happiness. You can't get sad by that. Leave a note on someone's car for any random idea. Not a note saying, why the fuck can't you park straight, you stupid person. Instead, just say, hey, I really hope that you're having an amazing day and that whatever's getting you down, you're strong enough to beat it. Something just really nice for no reason. I literally want to go do that right now. And the last step, if you are still here after this step, I fucking love you. The last step is to take some time at the end of your day. So maybe when you're meditating at the end of your day, if you like to meditate, and even if you don't meditate, just take some time to just sit down, have nothing going on around you, light a candle, light some incense, burn some oils. Just take a moment to sit down and think in your head the things that you are grateful for that happened within your day, that made you feel happy, or that you're just grateful that they happened. And this can be for good and bad, because we know that bad situations actually teach us. We get a lesson from them. So be grateful for the lessons that come out of bad situations. Be grateful for all the good things that have happened too, because I think that as humans we like to just focus on all the bad things that happen, when that's the things that we remember. Remember the times that we were sick. We remember the times that we broke our leg. We remember the times that we had a breakup. We should also be able to point out all the good things as well and not feel guilty for having good things around us, because there is so much more good than there is bad in this world. If you want to categorize in good and bad, because I personally do not believe in good and bad, but I'm talking on a level that people can understand. If you have to categorize them, take goods from both of them. From now on, just try and see that, yeah, our bad situations don't have to be bad, because there is good in those situations. So stop seeing them as bad situations. Just start seeing them as good situations, because they were lessons that got you to where you are today. Mind blown again. I feel like I've blown my mind so much in this video. This blog was amazing. Now you can kind of see why I wanted to share it with you guys. Well, Jay, come give me love. He's just staring at me like, what are you doing? Why are you putting your hands up and asking for love right now? Asking you will receive, I thought. Love. He just wants to go out. Well guys, that is the end of this series. It is another parted series, but I'm loving doing them because I have so much stuff that I like to put in videos, and I don't want to give you like a 30-minute video. So if I break it up over the week, then you get to watch more videos and you get to watch it in smaller sections, so you don't get bored, you know? It's not so like fucking happiness all the time. You get a break, because sometimes you need it. If you guys are not following me on my social media, I would really love if you could add me, follow me. I have a Facebook account that I'm turning into a like page very, very soon. I have a Snapchat that I'm very, very active on. I really like counting with my fingers. I don't know what it is. And I also have an Instagram that I absolutely adore. So if you'd like to follow me on all of those things, I would love if you could come and be my friend on them. And other than that, please give this video a thumbs up if you did like it, and subscribe to my channel if you want to just stay on this journey of life with me, because I am going to make this life rad like you have no idea. And I'm going to change my life, and I'm going to change your life at the same time. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye!